Today I fucked up by having an aneurysm, or so I thought. It didn't happen today, but over a year ago. I'm a huge hypochondriac and I go to the ER at least once a year. It's saved my life twice, but otherwise it's benign cases and the staff know me pretty well, which is embarrassing in itself. But I just figured you guys would enjoy a portion of my embarrassment. So, my husband and I were having sex, and I have always had powerful orgasms, but this time, I had a chemical taste in my mouth after performing fellatio, followed by a shooting pain go from the base of my neck to my head during climax. It was so intense and so bad, I couldn't open my right eye for 30 minutes. It was honestly the worst pain I've ever felt. I called my mom to ask if she's ever had a migraine to come on suddenly. I left out the dirty details obviously. She tells me no and that I should go to the hospital because it sounds like an aneurysm. So her and my stepfather meet us at the ER so they can take our son back home. Well, the staff checks me out and gives me a scan. As we are waiting in the room, I keep smacking my mouth because the taste is very familiar to a scent, but a scent I definitely haven't tasted before. And then I realized that we were outside all evening, and the taste was, in fact, bug spray. Apparently my husband had residue on his hands and decided to go pee or whatever. So the mystery of the chemical taste was solved. Then, the doctor comes into the room and is grinning ear to ear and asks, "So, when you experienced this pain, you were having sex, correct?" I just nod because I'm pretty embarrassed and don't want to talk due to the pounding headache I was recovering from. He pats my husband on the back and said, "Good job, she just had an intense orgasm and had a spike in blood pressure, which resulted in an orgasm headache." Well, apparently the doctor had to tell the nurse the discharge instructions and the results of my visit, which also led to a good job speech. And again, as we were walking out, more smirking and a couple of thumbs up gestures. My husband, of course, had a super big head during this. After the initial embarrassment was over, we get to my parents' house to pick up our son, and of course my parents aren't buying that nothing was wrong, and my husband announces that he just gave me a good orgasm. Moral of the story, I'm an idiot. Too long didn't read, orgasm headache and bug spray made me think I had an aneurysm. In 2007 I ruptured a brain aneurysm resulting in a subarachnoid hemorrhage. Spent 16 days in the hospital after. All this followed a particularly fun session with my lady. Holy hell. So it is possible. I hope you are okay now. Oh, I've had one of these. After a really hot time in the sack. It's been a while. Haven't had an opportunity since to see if Tylenol works for it. Skeptical. Good, now tell your husband to wash his hands more frequently. Bug spray like Roundup has been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. You do not want that stuff in your system. I'm surprised I wasn't poisoned by the amount that was on there, honestly. A dear friend of mine had a thunderclap headache after sex with her husband, went to the ER, and discovered that she had a ruptured aneurysm. Luckily it was venous, so she never lost any brain function, though she had a long recovery period afterwards. Still, you did the right thing to check. That's so scary. I hope your friend is okay. Had a nice long laugh at this one, thanks. And I guess thumbs up for your hobby. Oh, he's tallying them up at this point, so he will appreciate it. Glad to bring a laugh in these crazy times. Today I fucked up by leaving out my vibrator for my husband's boss. Today I fucked up by leaving out my vibrator in the bathroom. Technically the fuck up took place over 3 days. I am married, obviously. My husband and I have 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. 3 weeks ago we transitioned out 2-year from our bed to his and stopped breastfeeding. So we've had our room back to ourselves for the first time since our oldest was born, and have used that in the absolute fullest. Monday night, the kids were asleep by 9:30. Hubby and I were both feeling it. We went to our bed, had some sexy times and included toys in the mix, including my bright pink vibratory device. While I was washing it in the bathroom, my oldest starts screaming bloody murder upstairs. I drop the device on the counter by the bathroom sink to go see what's up. He gets bad night terrors, Had them since he was a newborn. Promptly forget it exists by the time I get him back to bed, and then myself. Fast forward to Tuesday/yesterday. Hubby went to work. Calls me, says his boss is coming by to pick up something for another job site. Okay, cool. No biggie. I know where it is. Boss gets here, comes inside. We chat while we get everything together. He asks to use the bathroom. I show him where it is. He does his thing, and leaves pretty quick after. Rest of the day goes off without a hitch. Hubs goes to bed, kids go to bed, then I go to bed. Fast forward to about 10 to 15 minutes ago. I wake up, gotta pee, go to the bathroom, do my business, washing hands, and record scratch. No, there's no fucking way I left this out for boss to see. What the fuck? Now I have to do the right thing, of course. Burn every trace of me and my family, leave this state behind, and forge new identities for us all. I can never face his boss again. Too long didn't read. Left super bright pink vibratory device next to bathroom sink after sexy time with hubs. Forget it existed. Husband's boss came over, used the bathroom, washed his hands right next to it, and never show my face around him again. We all have them. We all use them. It's really not a big deal. Funny story though. I'll let you in on a little secret, everyone is doing the sex. I was 10. When visiting a friend's house, she pulled out a long white vibrator from under her parents' bed and told me it was what her mother used to massage her muscles. I believed it. I mean, she wasn't lying. I'm more concerned that you didn't pee between Monday night and Tuesday night. You must be horribly dehydrated. And of course the boss probably thinks he interrupted you, which makes it even funnier. Today I fucked up by ruining my husband's Christmas gift idea. This is me and my husband's first Christmas together. We were always long distance at Christmas time, and we are super excited to spend this time together, even if not seeing our families. My husband was super easy to buy for, but I know I'm a bit more difficult. I have everything I want. Well, I recently got into needle felting and I kept raving about it to my husband. I told him I want to get a bunch of materials and start doing requests and selling things. All for fun, but I was very excited. I said I would wait to buy the stuff. BC, we just bought all of our family members presents, so we should probably wait for another paycheck. Anyway, I got paid and I started shopping online. He comes into the room and asks what I'm doing. I start raving again about how excited I am, and he has this sad look on his face. I asked what was wrong and he said I was going to get you a whole bunch of wool and accessories for Christmas, with a huge puppy dog sad face. I can't imagine there's anything else I would want for Christmas, so he's kinda sol. In addition, any ideas of a gift for a wife who doesn't want anything? I'll drop some hints to make it easier for him, lol. TLDR, husband's awesome present idea was ruined. BC, wife got it for herself. So, I can help here. My wife and I have all the crap we want because we just get it when we want it. But we have a rule, and you should implement it for the future. 2 months before birthdays and Christmas we don't shop for ourselves regardless of how bad we want something. This gives us the chance to gift it instead. On the other end of your predicament, my wife is typically difficult to shop for at the best of times. Perhaps you have a type of clothing that you really like but it's wearing out. Hint how much you love this particular sweater, it's just too bad it's worn out so much. I have taken to involving my friends and family in Christmas gifts surprises. Last year I made an amazing race-themed hunt for my wife to get her Christmas gift. I made clues and had family members create 5-minute challenges so she could receive the next clue. Each clue moved us to the next destination with a new challenge. This year I have gotten all of her friends and family to send me a message over text, email, or Facebook, sharing their favorite memory of her. I've printed those memories off and I'm making her a scrapbook, one of her hobbies, not mine. Hopefully you can glean something from these ideas. Awesome advice, thanks. Here's what I do. 1. Shopping for me. Have separate Amazon lists for non-essentials that you'd still really like to have, and make it public so someone can find it without you knowing. 2. Shopping for others. If I don't know of something they want but wouldn't buy themselves, I try to get something to commemorate a shared moment or experience. I have some friends who are pretty well off and can get anything they want, so I try to get them something they couldn't just find on Amazon themselves. 3. Alternative for both. Buy an experience to share. Maybe it's a restaurant you both wanted to try, or a new hobby class. Maybe it's a camping weekend to a location that just seemed too far, hard to get to, whatever at first, so you didn't pursue it. Maybe it's snowboarding lessons. Point is, the memories will last and become part of the adventure together. Like number 3. Thanks. If you have a lot of crafting hobbies, but as a hobbyist myself that stuff goes way quicker than you think. I honestly can never have enough paint, needles, material, etc. So it still sounds like a great gift emo. Don't shop for yourself around this time of year. My parents yell at me for doing the same thing. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. I always like organizers for my art stuff. Shelves, boxes, drawers. That's a good gift too.